Friday, October 11th. We're sitting in a stairwell waiting for Xavier
Mediavia.
We're not really sure what his name is, but we're sure that he is the foot specialist here in Burgos. So we didn't even say what our experience was at the university hospital.
Oh no, that that might be its whole other update.
Yeah. So you think that Arizona has the best podiatry?
The best podiatry of the world.
Best podiatry of the world in
In
Arizona.
Arizona and in Georgia. Okay, Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's another one?
Wow.
I can't wait. We've had a very busy last 24 hours.
I'd say almost 48 hours.
48 hours, yes. Mm-hmm. We're in Burgos, and we got here yesterday at about this time.
Right about this time, yeah.
By bus.
Well, a little later, probably about 1.
What time is it now?
11:15.
11:15. And let's see, where do you even start?
Well, I think we explained the experience in Colorado with the medical group and your fever. And
that was horrible.
It was scary.
Yeah. So
and then
we came to Burgos.
We left Villafranca yesterday by bus, got here to Burgos, found our hotel, went to the university hospital. I think we explained, that we were there waiting to see the doctor, hoping for a better experience than we'd had in Colorado, and it was not. It was
terrible.
It just was. When we told them we didn't understand or speak Spanish, there was really no attempt made to try to help us understand. And we were under an impression that there would be a translator provided.
This was a busy emergency room. No one spoke English. That's okay. I'm not going to a foreign country thinking people are going to speak English. But these people were in their 20s, a lot of resident-looking people. No one attempted to speak any English. That's okay. We'll use Google Translate.
But they didn't.
They just kept on trying to speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So we got none of our questions answered.
It wasn't even no questions were answered. There was no exchange. There was no human interaction in the sense of how are you doing? How are you feeling? How can why are you here?
I typed out on Google Translate my symptoms about the severe chills and fever, and how long I'd had the blisters, that we had pictures of the blisters every day if they needed to see a progression, that I was worried that my feet were burning. That's kind of what really made it more of a, I feel like I need to get medical attention, is because my feet were burning, and that intense fever and chills thing.
Yeah.
It seemed disproportionate to just blisters. I've had blisters in my life, and it just seemed like there was something else going on.
Yeah.
And so
there was something else going on.
I typed out, that I'd had a fever and chills, and then finally they started using Google Translate.
A little bit. At one point, the doctor came in and threw some medicine down on the bed.
Literally threw a box of medicine on the bed.
She was in the room for less than 30 seconds. She didn't look at Alex's feet.
Never even looked at them.
There was no interaction or communication.
Here's another piece. I had said I had a fever and chills. They didn't even take my temperature.
No.
Didn't touch my skin. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was horrible. This was the University Hospital of Burgos. Burgos is a city of almost 250,000, well over 200,000, I think. This was a university hospital. We had gotten information from an internet forum that's very active on the Camino that there were English-speaking medical people there, or if you were English-speaking, you wouldn't have a problem there. So that's the reason we went there. It was horrible. Melody and I were really upset yesterday. We felt like we didn't know what to do because we can't make any decisions. We have about 2 weeks left before we have to go back home. And I don't know, what do I need to stay off my feet completely? Do I need to soak them? Do I need not to soak them? Do I need to put blister treatment? Do I not? I had no idea what to do at all.
Yeah.
And when we were left Villafranca, I had seen luggage come in. Remember, I made a video talking about the luggage being shipped, and I said there's a group of 3 bags that I recognize. One of those bags was an American doctor that we had had dinner with a night or two before, 2 nights before. And so I had just left her a note and said, hope you guys are having a great Camino. We're going to Burgos. If you get there and want to have a drink, let us know. That's all my note said. And when we get to Burgos, they sent a message and said, well, we decided to come on to Burgos, and they left their bags there, having them shipped today. So we had dinner with them last night. She was going to write a prescription. But after the experience at the hospital, the concierge at our hotel here, I said, is there any way you could call an albergue or one of the pilgrim places here and ask them who they recommend to see for treating feet? There has to be a doctor here because so many pilgrims come through here. I don't know who this woman called. I don't even know if she called an albergue because she was speaking in Spanish. And she gets off the phone and she says something about Xavier. And so she calls and talks to them in Spanish and then gets off and says, can you see him tomorrow morning? I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we go.
It's where we just came from.
We just came from Dr. I don't even know his last name.
Xavier Mediavilla.
Xavier. What an awesome guy. Totally different experience that we just had. First off, he was a 5-minute or less walk from the hotel.
Yeah.
That was astounding. He worked on my feet for almost an hour. He is an Arizona-trained podiatrist, a young guy. He trained at a foot clinic not far from our house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, he did whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Melody's like, I'm not looking, I'm going to get sick. And he's like, we don't need 2 patients.
No. Yeah, he was very, he just took the time to talk to us and tell us everything, give recommendations on what to do and medicine.
We told him about our experience at the hospital, and he's like, if you had problems with your teeth, you wouldn't go to an orthopedist.
Yeah.
He said, they don't know feet. He said, yes, your feet are in bad shape, you're infected, and he cleaned them up and worked on them and gave us special medicine, bandages, a prescription that we got filled at the pharmacy here. And best of all, he said I could walk in a couple days. So we're back on the Camino.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to have complete bed rest here, or not walk around at all, which is why we're doing this in a bed. Not that we're weirdos.
Well, we kind of are. But yeah, so Alex is gonna stay off of his feet for 2 days.
Today and tomorrow for sure.
Yep, and then we'll start walking again, which is great news. We'll modify what we'd had planned a little bit and do some shorter days, but it's good news to be able to get back on track with the Camino.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to resume our original honeymoon plans.
Yeah.
But when we told Xavier it was our honeymoon, he
said we're crazy.
He said we're crazy to do the Camino for our honeymoon. but he would not accept any form of payment whatsoever.
Yeah.
None. We told him we had traveler's insurance. We have full coverage, no deductible. We'd submit all the paperwork. It's not a problem. We pay him today, not a problem. He wouldn't accept any form. So,
Yep.
some people would say this qualifies as Camino magic.
They would.
I gave him a big hug,
Yeah.
and he said, Buen Camino.
Yeah.
And he's doing the Camino with his dad next month by bicycle.
Yeah.
We're going to probably drop in a little video of him talking about his dad. Now, after the video, we're going to drop in pictures of my feet. So if you're a little squeamish, after you see Xavier talking about his dad, just count to 10 or we'll just end the video for that.
Yeah.
Just don't watch that if you're a little squeamish, because it don't look good. It don't look good.
Okay, here I am at Base Deportes, a sporting goods store, and I have been through every single pair of these socks. After the doctor, the podiatrist saw Alex today, he recommended a thin pair of socks under his darn tough, thick wool socks. So I ended up with a pair of Puma running socks. They were basically out of large everything and men's that I needed. So I found one that will work. So that's the good news.
But walk 8 times? No, 8 times walk, 4 times bicycle.
Your father.
My father.
And
65.
he's 65.
Will you do the Seville route then with him, or are you going to do
No.
Frances?
Frances.
No.
Okay.
And you're leaving in a month.
No.
November.
November. I live in the 4th of November.
Oh.
November 4th.
And you don't think you're ready?
I don't ready.
Where are you going to start?
In Burgos.
Okay.
Burgos, Santiago.
Okay.
Burgos to Santiago.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.